so now we're going to talk about fractional exponents, okay? So fractional exponents, and there's two, there you got the fractional exponent form and you got the radical form. So I'm going to show you how to write this in radical form. So I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to draw a big radical sign. Okay, this is not necessarily a square root, it's a radical sign. I'm going to put the base inside of this, and then I'm going to put the denominator is going to be the root. The numerator will be the exponent of the term in the parentheses, okay? So you got a couple different ways you could do this. You could break down the root and then do the fourth power, or vice versa. I'm going to break down the root. So I'm going to see here on this. Negative 64, that would be negative 4. Let's see, negative 2, negative 32. Or negative 2 and 32. I'll deal with the negatives in a moment. I'm going to deal with the negatives. Let's just do 2 and 32, 2 and 16, 2 and 8. Oh gosh, I got into this next problem. 4 and 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so I have to have 3 of something to come out, so I can have 3 2s, 3 2s. Now, here's the thing. You can't take the square root of a negative. Why? Because there's not a negative times a negative does not equal negative. But could you get a cube root? Could you have something times something times something be a negative? Can a negative times a negative times a negative be a negative? Yes. And so a negative 2, what times what times what gives you negative 64 would be negative 2 times 2 would be negative 4. So it'd be negative 4 is the cube root of 64. So now I'm going to go take, so now this one becomes negative 4 to the power of 4. So the cube root of negative 64 is negative 4 because I have 2 times 2, and then I do the negative because it's a negative there, okay? So now I'm going to do negative 4 to the fourth power. So negative 4 to the fourth power is 256. Now, can you do this in the calculator? Yes. Okay, you can type in negative 64 to the exponent of alpha y equals 4/3. You can do this in the calculator if you want. That was a little too confusing. Sorry you can't see that. So you can do that in the calculator if you want. 9 3/2. I can do 9 3/2 in there. So alpha y equals 3/2. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. 3/2 is 27. Okay. So I'll show you how this works. So I'm going to do a radical sign. 9 goes in here. The denominator goes as the root. So this is a square root. And then the numerator is the exponent of this. So what's the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is 3. 3 cubed is 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27. So that's how that would be, that's why that's 27.